people that are young in the music industry get pulled into. It's like, this is my break. Look at this money. We're going for it. She sold her name. And it's going to be very hard for her to get around the fact that she sold her name because she sold her name.
Illegal provisions in contracts are unenforceable. Illegal provisions in contracts are unenforceable. Illegal provisions in contracts are unenforceable. To our knowledge, the following was never pled by Hayley Paige's representatives, and we have not seen it discussed by any legal commentator on the YouTube platform or elsewhere. NY Lab L198B 2021 Section 2 reads in the relevant part. It shall be unlawful for any person to receive, either before or after such an employee is engaged, a thing of value, upon the statement, representation, or understanding that a failure to comply with such a request or demand will prevent such an employee from procuring or retaining employment. Section 5 states that the violation of the above constitutes a misdemeanor. Section 10b of Hayley Paige's employment contract reads in the relevant part. The employee hereby irrevocably sells, assigns, and transfers all right, title, and interest to the company to register the designer name or any derivatives thereof with the U.S. Trademark Office.
I'm going to pull up the trademark, and then we're going to pull up the employment agreement because they own her name. And let's pull up the trademark system, and I will show you. But they own her name. They own her name.
We have not seen anything in the employment agreement that suggests that Hayley Paige was paid an additional, never mind considerable amount for the sale of her name. In a video on her channel All That Glitters, Hayley Paige then also expressly denies that there was additional compensation paid for the use of her name.
While working at JLM, I received a small percentage of the net sales of my designs, including those sold under my name. JLM has not paid me any lump sum or separate compensation for assigning my name and trademarks to JLM.
It thus appears that JLM received, at the time that Hayley Paige was engaged, a thing of value, that is to say the right to trademark her name, as a condition of employment. That is to say that her retained employment was conditional and non-compliance would contractually prevent her from retaining employment. It is frustrating that this employment contract is being treated as a business or independent contractor agreement, akin to those in the recording industry, by the court, the parties' legal representatives, and the commentators on the interwebs.